Questions? Does anybody have any questions on permitting process? Yes, sir.
On the room additions,
Yes.
how much area can we disturb before we have to consider a construction site? Require a permit?
That's a tough question. It kind of depends. I can't remember what the actual footage is right off the top of my head.
It used to be 600 feet.
Okay, 600 feet?
625.
Yeah,
Okay.
625.
So 625, it's still the same right now. It's 625, and then the thing, like I said, you also want to take into account, is is it a sensitive area? Is it sloped a lot? That type stuff too. That's going to play a little bit of a factor into it. But 625 is a good rule of thumb for probably most construction sites. So anything else? Yes, sir.
What if you don't have the ADAM permit?
If you don't have the ADAM
Yeah, what are the
permit,
Consequences or whatever, how do you enforce that?
well, right now, the way the state law is written, you gotta go through ADAM. Now, that's gonna, I think, according to the EPA audits, that's gonna have to change. Because of the fact that they're basically telling local municipalities, we're responsible for it. So,
They're telling you that you as a municipality are responsible for
For
the
the
ADAM
site.
issuance or?
the sites in your city,
Okay.
basically any sites in your city is what we've been told by ADAM, that you're gonna have to make sure those sites are in compliance. And what we're probably gonna do is try to coordinate with ADAM from our end and make sure that they get that ADAM permit, hopefully make them stop building until they get an ADAM permit. I know we've dealt with several issues ourselves on ADAM permits closing and them closing an ADAM permit and the site still being active, which creates another loophole that creates a mess. Because as a municipality, a lot of times you deal with these ADAM sites that are big and that have massive sediment problems. So the key is, and I think, I know unincorporated Jefferson County, I think they're already monitoring sites, and you'll see they're already doing that. But I think basically what ADAM or what EPA is pushing everybody to do is the municipalities, who or whatever situation they're in, need to have permitting authority as well to be able to control those sites. So that way, if a site is out of compliance, you can pull a permit and you can basically do that. Because as of right now, I know it's a complicated issue because it's something we deal with every day too, on how do we actually do enforcement on ADAM sites. So it's complicated, I understand. Unfortunately, I totally understand that process.
Are you talking about like an abandoned site, that you get one lot out of a subdivision?
No, I was actually just how do you enforce that, the contractor to have an ADAM permit?
That's what I mean, the whole subdivision didn't have an ADAM permit, but you had one on your lot you were building on?
No. Any site, it's just that it's like requiring them to have a driver's license. You can't legally do that.
Yeah. As of right now, with the way the state law is written, you can. It's a complicated situation. But I think, like I said, reading the EPA audits of all the programs and stuff, that's something ADAM's really pushing, is local guys actually permitting a little bit. So that's something that's probably going to change there as far as the ADAM permit. But basically, what we're doing right now with our standpoint is, they have to be permitted by ADAM according to law. And if they're not permitted, we make them get a permit. And then if they have a permit, we're enforcing the ADAM rules of the permit. So if ADAM has rules that are set up as far as BMP control, we try to regulate based on their permitting requirements. So, all right.